Assalamu alaikum viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel InfoHub. Today in this video I will teach you about types of asexual reproduction. As I mentioned in my previous video, asexual reproduction is that type of reproduction in which the new organisms are formed from a single parent without the fusion of the gametes. Actually, the body of these organisms undergoes several mitotic divisions to produce the new organisms. This asexual reproduction takes place by several ways. Let us discuss those types. The first type is the fission. It's that type of asexual reproduction in which a body of the organism splits into two or more new organisms. And if the body of an organism splits to form two new organisms, that fission is termed as binary fission. For example, in case of amoeba, the body of amoeba splits into two, giving rise to two new amoeba. Actually, when the amoeba matures, the nucleus it lengthens. It lengthens and splits into two nuclei. I will depict here like this. It gets divided into two nuclei, and then the cytoplasm of the cell also gets deposited around these two nuclei separately, and then the body splits into two, giving rise to two new amoeba. And if the fission involves the formation of more than two new organisms, then the fission is termed as multiple fission. For example, in case of Plasmodium is a malarial parasite. During the unfavorable conditions, a tough outer growth, or you may say a tough outer covering, is developed around the organism. This tough covering, it's known as the cyst, and inside this cyst the nucleus of the plasmodium divides into several small nuclei like this, into several small nuclei, and the plasma also gets distributed around these nuclei. And when the favorable conditions arise, the cyst that breaks down, and these nuclei they are released, each giving rise to a new organism. There is one more type of asexual reproduction, that's budding. It's that type of asexual reproduction in which a small outgrowth called bud develops on the body of the organism, which then detaches from it and grows into a new individual. For example, in case of Hydra is a simple multicellular organism. This is the mouth of Hydra, and it bears tentacles. It develops a small outgrowth called as the bud. This bud, it grows into the new individual or new Hydra. It then detaches from the parent body and grows as an individual organism. There is one more mode of this asexual reproduction, that's regeneration. Regeneration. If the body of an organism that's cut into several pieces, each piece grows into the new individual by means of this regeneration. For example, in case of Hydra and Planaria, Planaria is a platform which lives in the fresh water, ponds, or in streams, slow moving streams. If somehow the body of the planaria gets separated into two or more parts. Each part it has the capability to grow into new organisms. There is one more type of this asexual reproduction, that's fragmentation. In fragmentation, the body of a simple multicellular organism splits into two or more fragments, and each fragment develops as an individual organism. For example, in case of Spirogyra, if the body gets separated into two or more fragments, each fragment will develop as an individual organism. So this fragmentation, it looks like that of fission, but the difference between fragmentation and fission is that fission takes place in unicellular organisms, while this fragmentation it occurs in simple multicellular organisms. There is one more type of this asexual reproduction, that's the vegetative propagation. Vegetative propagation. In this type of reproduction, new plants are formed from the parts of the plant like stems, leaves, and roots. This type of reproduction occurs in plants without the involvement of the sexual organs. For example, in case of plant Bryophyllum, its leaves bears the buds, and if these leaves they fall on the ground and they develop into the individual plant. Or you might have seen the potato that bears the buds, and if they are placed inside the soil, provided the normal temperature, moisture, etc., that grows into the individual plant. So these were the different modes of this asexual reproduction. Hope from this short video you have understood the basic concept regarding the types of asexual reproduction. Do not forget to subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for regular updates. Thank you.